A very good evening and a warm welcome to our second edition of UBC News Tonight. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto. We start off with our first story this evening. President Museveni has today met with General Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo, the leader of the Rapid Support Forces in Sudan, at State House in Entebbe. The engagement focused on ending the ongoing conflict in Sudan and restoring regional stability. The meeting comes at a time when Sudan continues to face a devastating war that erupted in April 2023 between the Sudan Armed Forces led by General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan and the RSF. The fighting, which began in Khartoum, quickly spread to other parts of the country, displacing millions of civilians, crippling essential services and triggering one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. In his remarks, President Museveni reiterated his long-standing position that sustainable peace in Sudan can only be achieved through dialogue and a shift away from divisive politics. He warned against what he described as the politics of identity, saying such an approach only deepens divisions. The president called for negotiations and emphasized the need for African-led solutions to African problems, urging all parties to prioritize peace over military confrontation. On his part, General Dagalo thanked President Museveni for his hospitality and leadership, describing him as a respected statesman on the continent. He noted that Sudan continues to face serious humanitarian and institutional challenges as a result of the conflict and stressed the need for peaceful resolution. General Dagalo also expressed interest in strengthening cooperation with Uganda and the wider region, particularly in areas of trade, education, and regional integration. President Museveni has rallied political actors to rise above party levels and embrace principle-driven politics, saying national progress depends on shared programs and ideology rather than partisan identity. The president made these remarks while meeting a group of leaders and elders affiliated to the Uganda People's Congress, UPC, and the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC, from across 10 districts from the Lango sub-region.
The group that met the president at State House in Entebbe was led by the commander of the 5th Infantry Division, Major General Keith Katunji. President Museveni, who is also the national chairman of the National Resistance Movement, said political cooperation should be anchored on ideas and national interest.
I now thank everybody here for finally beginning to do real politics.
Drawing from personal experience as a farmer, the president underscored the importance of national unity in economic growth. President Museveni also acknowledged that political actors must do more ideological work to explain policies and programs to citizens.
And UNC was very strong in Lango. That's why Obote came as UNC. So we are now going back to Miti rather than who you are. So if that is once we get this, then this NRM, what, is not the issue. Because I left DP because it was not dealing with the Miti. It was dealing with who you are. Megwa, hours. Which hours is that?
On their part, the leaders pledged to work collectively with the ruling National Resistance Movement for the social and economic transformation of their region and the country.
The people have realized the importance of working for and with government. Your Excellency, this is an issue that we realize we cannot work without support from government. So we have to work with and for government. And I want to repeat that we are ready to ensure that those who are not for development, we are not going to deal with them as Lango.
Your Excellency, I fully associate with the memo that has been presented here because it represents our voices as the people of Lango.
The NRM Vice Chairperson for Northern Uganda, Honorable Hamson Obua, welcomed the group's decision, saying it aligns with the President's long-standing message on unity and supporting what is right for national development.
In the entire northern region under NRM constituted by Lango, Acholi and West Nile, Lango has gone on record that in the 2026 general elections, we are the winner. We are the winner. Lango beat Acholi, Lango beat West Nile. So we are the winners. And when you are walking, walk like a winner. When you are talking, talk like a winner. When you are jumping, jump like a winner, because we are the winners.
General Katonji, who oversees operations in northern Uganda, thanked the President for hosting the group and commended leaders in Lango for choosing cooperation over division. He noted that various political actors in the sub-region had increasingly embraced dialogue and peaceful mobilization. Charles Ogwal, who presented a memorandum of understanding on behalf of the group, congratulated the President on his electoral victory and pledged continued mobilization for peace and stability.
The government of Uganda Friday commissioned 2 ferries connecting Buyende district in Busoga to Kabera Maido and Serere district in Teso sub-region on Lake Kyoga. The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja, flagged off the vessels on behalf of President Museveni at Bukungu landing site in Buyende district.
So on behalf of the President of the Republic of Uganda, it is my honor to officially commission.
The government of Uganda has fulfilled her pledge to the people of Buyende in Busoga, Kabera Maido and Serere in Teso sub-region. Today, the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabanja, on behalf of the President, commissioned 2 ferries that will connect Buyende district in Busoga to Kabera Maido and Serere districts in Teso on Lake Kyoga.
The President wasuubiza atuukiriza olwaleero tewali kulanga kulala era saagala saawulidde saategedde ekidyeri President kye yasuubiza kitandise olwaleero ng'ennaku z'omwezi 20 omwezi ogwokubiri kigenda kuva wano e Bukungu tugenda Kagwara tugenda Kabera Maido Kagwara Kabera Maido.
Thank you.
Hello. We are about to start. We are starting now. VIPs have sat. The first Deputy Prime Minister is inside. Make sure the ministers are resting in the other corner. Kagwara.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, in a message delivered by the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja, said the 2 ferries will bring down the transportation cost as well as improving people's livelihood in the area.
We see today is built on that foundation. Infrastructure must serve production, and production must serve wealth creation. The MV BKK 1 and 2 ferries is not merely a vessel. It is an economic instrument. It will reduce the travel time between Buyende, Kabera Maido and Serere from about 8 hours by road to approximately 1.5 hours by water under normal operating conditions. That reduction in time lowers transport costs, reduces post-harvest losses, accelerates trade, and increases income for farmers and traders of Buyende, Kabera Maido, Serere, and other neighboring districts.
According to the first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Affairs, Rebecca Aritwala Kadaga, this project started at a time when she was still the Speaker of Parliament of Uganda.
I was here in 1990 when the President made this pledge. I was present here. So it's something that we talked about all these years and campaigning to ensure that it happens. So I'm really, really happy that has happened in our time.
The state minister in charge of transport, Fred Byamukama, informed the people of Bukungu landing site that this is entirely the government of Uganda taxpayers' money.
This project, government of Uganda has so far invested in 42 billion Ugandan shillings. This is not a loan. This is a government of Uganda budget.
The two vessels were constructed by a Tanzanian company with a carrying capacity of over 300 people, 14 small vehicles and one truck vehicle with a capacity to carry 170 metric tons.
Ate webetika ferry tegenda kubuuza ani yawagira Museveni, ani yawagira NRM, ani atawagira. Buli muntu ayingira ebatwala ate ferry ya bwerere si ya sente.
Ajanga tsenjire serere oko ojire kutwala yoki. Ojire kuubira abantu baserere. Ojire just kwaye nabo. Otokoba nocho kutwala yokutunda.
And after this long-awaited means of transport, the people of Buyende are calling on government to tarmac the road from Kamuli to Bukungu landing site in Buyende district.
Learners have been reminded to trust in Allah as they navigate the challenges of life. This was a message delivered by Sheikh Buhan Kiti, a Ugandan Muslim cleric and public preacher, while leading the first Jummah prayer of Ramadan at Kampala City Grammar Nursery and Primary School in Mutundwe. We have more.
Muslims around the world today observed the first Friday prayers since the start of the Ramadan fast. A similar situation was witnessed at Kampala State Grammar Nursery and Primary School in Mutundwe. While leading Friday's Juma prayers, Sheikh Burhan Chiti urged the pupils who attended to prioritize supplication to Allah, especially during the fasting period, rather than focusing solely on academics.
Tukubiriza abaana bonna okwettanira okusiiba. Kale ne bw'aba emyaka gye tegimumazaako lunaku asibeko kyasobodde. Bino byetaagisa abamuliraanye bamuyambeko ne bw'asibayo essaawa ze nga ziizo ne bw'alya ku ssaawa 4. Ekituufu okusiba kuba tekuweddeeyo naye tuba tumwadde entandikwa. Okusiba kuno kwa mugaso nnyo because nsonga connecting omuntu n'omutonzi we. Nsonga mu nsonga connecting ezigatta omuntu ne ya mutonda. Kati omuzadde atulaba tewandyagadde mwana wa connecting na mutonzi we nawe omusomesa.
Sheikh Chiti encouraged learners to trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during life's challenges, saying he is sufficient for everything.
Bantu essubi lyabaggwamu nga naffe oba olyawo abandi libazizzaamu ate naffe ndoza liringa eryatuggwamu ekyobulabe. So kituufu kyogera naye mulange eri baganda baffe bonna betukola nabo mulimu guno tusitukiremu abantu bano tubayambe oba gikuza nti ensi eyina nnyiniyo tojja gigoba omaleko.
The school's head teacher Francis Senabule and the head of Islamic Religious Studies Musa Abdullahim Salam emphasized giving all pupils the opportunity to practice religion, urging them to follow the teachings and the example of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
It's very, very important that the children learn how to pray. It's very, very important that the children get to fear God, because a child who is not God-fearing is a wasted child. We are what we are because we have been brought up as believers. So in this school, we do not only emphasize Christianity, but we emphasize all religions. That's why we had to celebrate Jummah today. Sheikh had a very good homily or sermon to the children and all of us who are there. He emphasized the point of children being prayerful. He taught them about the importance of fasting. He talked to them about behavior, and he also talked to them about cleanliness.
Kana kasera era kasera ka mukisa nnyo, kasera ka kwetwalira bwengo omuntu okakozesa bulungi kagenda okuggwako nga nawe obala nti nno Qur'ani ngisomye nsobodde kusaddaka nsibuludde basiramu bannange mpisiza bulungi baganda bange.
Some of the learners shared their experiences regarding the blessings and freedom of worship.
It's a warning. I keep on warning other schools to give all religions a pass.
It's taught us a lot of things like fasting, pay attention to the teacher's teaching, respect our parents. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Kampala City Grammar welcomes all religions Muslims, Christians, and we have over 100 Muslims. Over 40 Muslim peoples are fasting. The school facilitates their meals for iftar, daku, and all the kids are well catered for. Kids are fasting with the consent of the parents.
Amwaiva Njuko, Antone Senabulia for UBC.
UBC News Tonight. Now, traders operating in Usafi Market in Kampala have asked the government to allow them to continue using sections of Charles Musoke Road as a display area to showcase their merchandise. They say this arrangement would help customers easily see what is available in the market and boost business for at least a year. The traders expressed appreciation to the government for its recent directives aimed at streamlining business operations in the city, noting that the move has helped Kampala regain its image as a modern city rather than a congested marketplace.
This follows directives issued by the Minister for Kampala and Metropolitan Affairs, Mensa Kabanda, ordering the eviction of street vendors as well as illegal border and taxi stages to restore order and cleanliness in the city.
Tuli basanyufu olw'enteekateeka z'ekibuga Kampala engeri gye baziyisizaamu okujja abatembeeyi ku kkubo n'ababooda kubanga ababooda abo munnaffe baganda baffe naye boonona n'amakubo kyo si kibi.
Currently, many streets in Kampala are clear and accessible to pedestrians after vendors were relocated to designated markets. At Usafi Market, located in Luzige Zone, several traders who previously operated on the streets have now settled inside the market. However, when we visited Charles Musoke Road, which separates Usafi Market from Usafi Park, the street was filled with traders displaying a variety of merchandise.
Atale ke batuwadde akawusa ffenni bakatuwadde tukolerawo era twandibadde nga tusobola okafunamu ffe ffenna nga tuvudde ku makubo ne tudda wano naye ekibi ekiriwo nti kana akatale lino ekkubo tulikolerako lwakutaano lwokka.
The vendors commended the government for the eviction exercise but appealed for the formal inauguration of selected roads, including Charles Musoke Road, to serve as controlled display spaces. They believe this would attract more customers to the market.
Mbadde nsaba lino ekkubo singa balitulekera gavumenti erutulekere ng'omwaka mulamba tulikolereko abatembeeyi bonna badde eno amakubo mangi
tweyiya ffe abamu tetukyasobola kwetunda ebyuma byakunkumuka mutukanike mutugule.
Hajati waffe hajati wa Kampala ne management eno ya Kampala luno oluguudo wetukolera ku Friday ku Usafi balutuwe lufokera ffe abasuubuzi tujja kwefunzafunzaamu n'abalala bali eyo bajje tusobole okuba nga twenyigawo tusobole okuba nga tukola
atembe ffe tuleete chati zaffe tuziteeke wano eno abantu bamanye nti bwema nvudde ku mulimu ebintu ngenda bisanga wano mu Usafi obeera ng'obagamba olina enswa tebazigula oba otambula oli n'agamba njagala enswa akugulako naye kati ng'obeera wamu ti wala kusanga ku mudaala.
Ate nyongera n'okukubiriza baganda baffe bonna abali ku kkubo eyo bonna baveeyo banange ebibuga binyirireko. Tosobola genda Nairobi n'osanga ekibuga nga kiringa Kampala weeri. Wali ebibuga byotukamu nga binyirira. Fine, kibuga tukyagala. Ogenze Mbale n'oba ogenze ekibuga ekinyirira tetulina kubeera modwe atunda eryenvu ku kkubo atunda omugenyi anaatuukirawo anaamanya atya ekirungi gye kiri. Twagala omugenyi atuukeko mu kibuga naffe twegomba ajjeko mu kibuga abeeko n'ejjadda nti wenjagala kino nzira eri.
The chairman of Luzige Zone, Haj Mulema Musa, said the market has remained organized following the eviction of street vendors.
For the first time, we have had an influx of street vendors. Those people who have been chased from the streets, they have joined us, though not in a big number, but reasonably. We would say 15% of them have joined us, and we request those who have remained there to actually come.
He encouraged traders seeking stalls to take advantage of the available space, noting that there is still room for more businesses within the market and getting stalls is free of charge.
It's been chased out of the road, the street vendors. And whoever is at home claiming that he or she doesn't have anything to do, you come in the market. We still have some stalls which are empty. I've told you that 15% has been already occupied, and we assume that 85% is remaining. So you come. We don't charge any single coin, and whoever is caught doing so must be arrested.
He further revealed that Usafi Market Management has introduced initiatives such as closing Charles Musoke Road every Friday to allow traders to display their goods as a way of advertising market products and drawing in more customers.
We normally get such an exposure on Friday, every Friday. We let these people to come out of the market and expose their businesses along the road. It's called Charles Musoke Road. Yeah, from where Usafi starts from and where it ends is where we tell these people to come.
Cayenne Faith and Jamil Sekaja for ABC.
Members of the public have been advised to embrace indigenous language for sustainable development. This call was made by His Majesty the Chabazinga of Busoga Wilberforce Gabula Nadiope IV during the International Mother Language Day at Makerere University. The day was marked under the theme Language Matters, Harnessing Technology to Document and Develop Uganda's Indigenous Languages.
During the launch of the Lusoga language, His Majesty the Chabazinga of Busoga, Wilberforce Gabula Nadiope IV, advised Ugandans to embrace indigenous languages and culture to promote sustainable development of the country. The Vice Chancellor of Makerere University, Professor Barnabas Nawangwe, emphasized the need for students to harness technology to document and develop indigenous languages and avoid language disappearance.
I stand before you today at the renowned Makerere University, the Ivory Tower, as we gather to commemorate International Mother Language Day. Under the inspiring theme, Languages Matter, harnessing the technology to document and develop Uganda's indigenous languages, we unite not only as individuals, but as stakeholders and custodians of our nation's diverse voices and shared heritage.
This approach is a testament to our commitment to ensuring that every Ugandan language has a place in our national story and the future of higher education. We believe, as Makerere, that we owe this to the people of Uganda. Your Majesty, I wish to reaffirm Makerere University's commitment to supporting research and the teaching of learning of Lusoga and other Ugandan languages.
Dr. Gilbert Gumashave, the head of African Languages Department, applauded the university for promoting language inclusivity through providing the department resources.
This is now to tell them that you have to be proud of your language, speak your language wherever you are. So this day is one of them, to actually show people that even your languages can communicate science, your language can communicate, can be used even in offices.
I challenge us at Makerere University and other higher institutions of learning that we need to go down to the grassroots. That's where we are going to find the people who are motivated to learn language, who are motivated to speak their mother tongue.
Each of these languages embodies unique knowledge systems, oral traditions, ecological wisdom, and cultural expressions. When a language declines, we do not merely lose words, we lose identity, history, and generations of accumulated knowledge.
UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but return with more stories after these messages.
So Muchala.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight, huh? For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later, huh?
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get Momo goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Are you looking for a home away from home? Then this is the place for you. My name is Chini Kaji, and welcome to Hotel Le Confidential.
With 84 comfortable rooms where you can relax and feel safe. Each room has a lovely view of green vegetation, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, and a tasty breakfast.
Children can have fun at our kids' water park and our kids' play area. You can also enjoy our world-class health club, spa, sauna, gym, boutique, and sky blue swimming pool.
Thank you for choosing Hotel Le Confidential, where every stay is unforgettable. Come and stay in comfort, right at home, today, tomorrow, and always.
Welcome back from that break. More stories this evening. In a landmark move set to transform Uganda's football landscape, Isbat University is partnering with Fufa Media Services to pioneer artificial intelligence-driven football education and research. The two institutions have officially signed a strategic memorandum of understanding, marking a bold step towards integrating sports, technology, and higher education.
Celebrated for the goals. The passion of football is often celebrated for the goals, the passion, and the fans. But behind the scenes, the modern game is increasingly driven by data, analytics, and artificial intelligence. It's against this backdrop that Isbat University and Fufa TV are coming together to harness these tools, not just to improve performance on the pitch, but to transform learning of it. Under the new partnership, the two institutions will collaborate on sports analytics research, AI-based football performance analysis, and media innovation within Uganda's football ecosystem.
Football is no longer just running around. It's analyzing an individual player to determine who is your best player on the pitch. And they have them right there on the pitch. As Uganda is playing, looking at the pitch, they are looking at their system to say, who can we substitute? It's based on data.
Artificial intelligence is very crucial, especially during the match. For example, in counting and assessing a player, how many times the player has blocked an offensive player. These are very, very detailed things that the human eye, even if you are an expert.
The Vice-Chancellor, Isbat University, Dr. K.M. Matthew says the goal is to position football as not just a sport, but a platform for education.
Isbat University is taking this initiative for integrating sports and artificial intelligence for the benefit of our players and for the sports organizers.
Uganda's football sector is now taking steps to keep pace with international standards. Beyond research and technology, the partnership also emphasized educational inclusion.
As a country, I think this then gives us an opportunity to have homegrown solutions that are contextually right to our space.
The academic registrar, Isbat University, Dr. Paul Giju, noted that such models which merge sport with higher education and digital innovation are shaping the future of football worldwide.
We are joining in hands to make Uganda great. We are going to promote sports promote football, and we are going to do a number of research, analytics and prediction for the nation to support our footballers.
We have our curriculum. The curriculum which talks about how we can promote the holistic development of students, then the holistic development cannot be done only by sitting in classrooms or in a set of TV or video or laptops.
As Uganda's football industry continues to evolve, the 4-year partnership could mark a turning point where data science, artificial intelligence and media innovation play a central role in shaping the beautiful game. Irene Faith Nantongo, UBC News.
The former Deputy Executive Director of Uganda Investments Authority, Paul Chalimpa, has implored on the need to refocus on development rather than politics. Chalimpa singles out politicians who recently lost in the elections to channel energy to work and increase the goods exported to the international markets. Having lost to Minister Matia Kasaija in Buyanja County, Dr. Chalimpa shared investment opportunities in agriculture and tourism to boost the country's GDP. He addressed the media in Kampala.
There are a number of business opportunities available to Ugandans today. And all this are attributed to only maybe driving 3 factors. One, government supports private sector to drive economic transformation through economic activities or business activities. 2, so those policies of government favor are there to enable. 2, the peace and stability, and then 3 is the current infrastructure and government agencies that are there to support or facilitate private sector investment. Now, the opportunities specifically, a few of them to mention, but they are limited. The first one is here in every town, everybody eats food. So there is opportunity for those, if we are moving fresh food from farms or from the villages to town, even exporting them. Our friends whom are encouraged to even to export Irish potatoes, matoke, it is to Dubai, United Arab Emirates and every other places. Currently, there are many Ugandans who are exporting fresh food. Why? Because of health, good health. Other countries, some countries do not have fresh food. So they rely mainly on wheat products. So if they see when they get the fresh food, they are very happy and they like them and they are at high cost. So that's a big opportunity for consumption in Uganda, East Africa and outside Africa. Still in the same markets, if you look at the markets, we have Kenyans who bring here onions, who bring here mangoes, who bring here many fruits and vegetables. So meaning the market locally here is still here. In my village I have people who are in green pepper. They bring and sell in Nakasero. And they are doing irrigation. Farming throughout, they are even doing the dry season. So
Muchara.
Yes, Daddy.
You know the children are going back to school and things are a bit tight. For now, why don't you take half of the fees to junior school, and for the school van contribution, we shall pay later.
Daddy, why don't we pay using MTN Momo, where we stand a chance of winning school fees for a whole year and more? By the way, you can also apply for a school fees loan, and also participating schools can win a school van.
That's right! Win school fees for a whole year and more. Get more goodies and a school van for participating schools. You can also apply for a school fees loan. Simply dial *165*80# or use the Momo app.
Welcome back from that break. Now, Member of Parliament-elect for Koboko County, Emmanuel Banya, has urged school children to desist from deceptive lifestyles that may result into school dropouts and poor performance. Banya made the remarks while donating mattresses to 12 pupils in his constituency who passed in grade 1 during the 2025 PLE exams. The mushrooming discos in rural areas of Koboko County have become one of the leading factors to poor performance in schools and teenage pregnancies among young girls. According to Mr. Banya, these are becoming the common reckless lifestyles among school-age-going children that have exacerbated rates of school dropouts and teenage pregnancies.
You are an illiterate, you are going to produce a child who is also an illiterate. Where will your generation go? Because you have started developing breasts, you think you have arrived. You have not arrived. You have arrived where? Because your voice has changed now, you think you're a man. You are a man for who? These teachers here talk to you, you don't want to listen to them. You have seen your own aunties at home, your own sisters at home. They have gotten pregnant, they are suffering. You also want to be part of that problem. Nobody will deny you getting a wife. Nobody will deny having a husband, but you do it at the right time. And I have told the parents, when I was campaigning, I said, if your child has gotten first grade in a government school in Koboko County, we shall give you a mattress. And if the child is studying within Koboko, we shall also pay half of the first term school fees. Why are we doing this? We want as many children to put effort to pass.
I got aggregate 8 in the PLE 2025. No, my parents are not even, they're not having anything. I don't know if I can go to the school. I live with my mother now. Even her energy is now over.
My name is Harriet. I'm a pupil from Premier Nursery and Primary School. I got a grade 12 in my P7 last year. I am grateful to receive a mattress from Honorable Banya Natal Emmanuel. This mattress makes me feel like as if I'm starting a new part of my life, and it feels great to get something from an MP and to be known that I got first grade in.
My name is Toksang Angela Alex. I was a pupil of Premier Nursery and Primary School. I got aggregate 12. I am so happy to get a mattress from Honorable Banya Emmanuel Natal, and I also advise my fellow brothers and sisters to struggle and get such a gift.
If a child is joining senior one of the requirements is that this child must go with a mattress, and this has now been waived off. I am now going to use this money that I would use for mattress for other things.
St. Ambrose Charity Health Center 4 in Kagadi District has been elevated to a general hospital to serve the wider population of over 50,000 patients in the 8 districts of Bunyoro sub-region. According to Dr. Henley Muhumuza, the administrator of St. Ambrose Charity Health Center, the 23-year-old Health Center 4 has upgraded to enhance specialized service delivery, management of epidemics, cancer screening, and treatment of non-communicable diseases. The hospital has organized a charity run and medical camp ahead of the official launch of the hospital, anticipated to be officiated by the Prime Minister Robina Nabanja.
Is really up to the standard, and in collaboration, we've been in position to collaborate with most of the key players in the medical field, right from the district, that is the DHL's office, the Ministry of Health, along the way of along the journey of our growth.
To make sure that we capture or detect complications arising early and we manage them.
We want our people outside there to come and have a taste of the services. Okay, now it is the hospital, which services are there.
Our last cadre is enrollment certificate, and then we have other cadres as recommended. We have the biomedical engineer that maintains our equipment.
And that's all we had for you this evening. Thank you so much for your company. On behalf of the team working tirelessly behind the scenes, we do wish you a good night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.